Hey guys, I'm back and today I'm going to be doing the fourth update to my Pan Those Eyeshadows project here on YouTube. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. I do a lot of project painting content and this is one of my favorite project pans to do for the past couple of years. And I currently have 5 shades rolled in. If you missed my previous updates, I'll have the playlist for this project linked in the cards and down below. And without further ado, let's hop straight into the progress. So the first shade is from my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette, and it's the shade Matte Ritual. Here's what the shade was looking like last month when I had used it 21 times, and I've used it an additional 16 times since then for a total of 37 uses, and here's what it is looking like now. Still no pan. I was really hoping to roll this one out, this update. It's just a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So we're just going to keep going with it. I'm definitely close based off of the other pans that I have in this palette. I guess I just need to maybe do a little, like a look where I really get in there a little bit, and that might help me get through this. But I'm not going to roll it out because this is my Pan That palette for 2025, and I would really like to hit pan on all the shades in this palette, so it doesn't make sense to roll it out of this project just to continue focusing on it. At least to me it doesn't. So that is we're just going to keep working on it, I guess. Then next we have, did we roll in 3 shades last month? Yes, we did. Okay, so the next longest shade in this project is the shade C137 from my Morphe x Madison Beer palette, channel surfing palette, and I have had this in the project for 2 months. Here's what it was looking like last month at 1 use, and I have used it an additional 14 times since my last update for a total of 15 uses, and here is what it is looking like. Unfortunately, this shade is really not seeing a lot of visual progress. I've been going in mostly with my finger like wearing it today. I think it looks really beautiful and sparkly and glimmery when I just kind of tap it on with my finger. And it makes kind of a mess. It's when I use a brush. It is a very sparkly, kind of like lightly glittery shade. So I don't really want to use a brush to start making better progress. So I think I'm just going to keep doing it this way. I have a rule that you can see in the description box, all of my rules, but I can roll out a shade after 3 months and 15 uses. So I've hit 15 uses. I'm tempted to roll it out next month, just because I don't anticipate that this is a shade I would hit pan on anytime soon, and it's very pretty, but I don't really have a specific drive to hit pan on this particular eyeshadow. This palette is like basically brand new to my collection. I already have pan in one other shade, and it's just, I don't know, just not that excited about it. Next, I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I rolled in the shade Ember. Here's what Ember was looking like last month when I rolled it in, and I've used it 3 additional times since my last update, and here's what it's looking like now. When I go in with my finger, I can feel a little bit of a dip, but it's hard to actually see a visual dip. So we're starting to get there, but I think that this will take a large number of uses. I mean, I used rose quartz 20 times and did not hit pan, so I have a sneaking suspicion that Ember is probably going to be a similar number of uses, so we shall see. Hopefully I can use it a slight bit more in the upcoming month than I did this past month. I'm wearing it today on like my outer corner and lower lash line, and I think today's look turned out so pretty. Then I have my Dior Backstage Eye Palette in the shade Matte Charcoal. Here's what it was looking like last month when I rolled it in. I've used it 1 time since my last update, and here's what that it's looking like today. Nothing too crazy. This one has been hard. I've been really focusing on Ritual from my Tati Beauty palette, which is why I have 16 uses on that one and 1 use on this one. So I really want to keep up use on my Tati Beauty palette, so this one's definitely going to take the back seat for just a little bit longer until I can hit pan on Ritual. But here is my color story so far. Matte Ritual, Morphe C137, Anastasia Beverly Hills Ember, and then this is Dior Matte Charcoal. So it's kind of just like a more cool toned dark brown. I'm wearing it on my lower lash line and as a wing today, which is that one use. I try to use everything at least once. If I don't, I feel very silly. Then last but not least, we have this Laura Geller Rosy and Rustic Blend Away palette. I have the shade Seashell rolled in last month, and here's what it was looking like. I've used it 22 times since then, and here is what Seashell is looking like today. We do have a pan, not the pan I was expecting for this month, but we do have a pan. This shade was just so easy to reach for, put all over the lid, in the crease, lower lash line, and then build a look from there, either lining my eyes with Ritual, going over across the lid with Morphe C137, reaching for one of the shades from my Pin That palette. Just whatever I was doing, this was super easy to reach for. I took it on a week-long work trip with me as well, and it was super easy to use. So very happy to be rolling one shade out this month, even though it was not the shade I was anticipating. So Seashell from Laura Geller is the 6th shade that I have hit pan on in this project so far, and I'm so happy with that. And now it is time to roll in a new shade. So currently I have pan on 64 eyeshadows, and not including my Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette, which I no longer want to be rolling in shades from that palette into this project. I have 255 eligible eyeshadows. I'm going to randomly generate a shade, and we have the shade 85, which is from my Lorac Malibu Free Spirit palette. I will go get that right now. So I've grabbed the palette, and number 85 is the shade Beach House, which is this champagne shade right here. I do really like this palette. I was kind of considering getting rid of it, and then I brought it with me on some long weekends with my family, and I ended up kind of falling in love with it. As you can see, this shade is contributing to the super neutral and bland's not the right word, nude color story, very basic. And so I'm going to just start using this on my inner corners and see where we can get in the next month, because I have a lot of eyeshadow I need to start working through. So this one I'm very excited to roll in today. For the next month, I'm hoping to get more uses on my Anastasia ABH Ember. I would really like to hit pan on Ritual. I think next month C137 is going to get rolled out kind of regardless of how much I use it, unless I like really fall in love with the shade and want to continue using it every day. In the next month, I think this one I'm going to just say goodbye to for now in this project. And then once I hit pan on Ritual, I'd like to turn my focus to Matte Charcoal. So I think I have a game plan, and most of all, I am really excited to just see what looks I can create with these shadows. I'm really excited. So that is everything I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, theories, please leave them down below. And most of all, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.